Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tarnation TV is the channel you are watching, so thank you for watching. And I'm tired, so I'm going to bed. But
right, my name is live right now. Right now. Not ready right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My name is Blaine. This is Brad.
Too. It's dark already, and it's only 5 o'clock.
Yeah. I'm wondering about the stream. I've been getting a red light on my broadcasting software, so I may have to reassess the stream itself. I plugged in some new things to the broadcast this evening, so hopefully it goes off without a hitch, but it may have also caused some issues with bit rates and stuff that you don't care about. But what you do care about is NASCAR racing on a Thursday night. This is the I'm on Fire series, sponsored in part by, I don't know, Talladega Nights? It's a good thing to say, right? Since they host the race.
Absolutely. Sponsored also by Big Jim and the Twins pepperoni sticks.
Right. Currently looking at the stats after race number 2 on your screen right now. The again, the two winners, we had Greg Lovell last week and Chris Elliott in race number 1. They get the 25-point bonus for winning a race. And then at the end of 8, there will be more bonuses handed out. We'll worry about that when we get closer to that race, obviously. But yeah, congratulations to those two guys, Chris and Greg, taking them wins in race 1 and race 2. Are you ready for race 3?
Boy, howdy. Can't wait to get my hands on this race and see what's going on. We're gonna see. I'm curious to see how many new people we have in here tonight.
There is a couple new names.
Is there? That's good to see.
Yeah, we've got, let me see if he's on track right now. The number 19,
okay.
Rod Weston. He's
I
not
see a
on
name I
track
don't
right
recognize
now.
in the team speak. Is that Jim Jernigan? Is that what I'm looking at?
Oh, yeah, Jim Jernigan. He's been around a while, but yeah, he hasn't been in here in a while. So yeah, that's another name we have not seen here on Thursday night. So yeah, welcome back, Jim. Yeah, Rod
Thanks.
Weston.
Always
I've
good.
never seen that name before. I have to get a hold of him and see how long he's been racing. Perry Bond is back. We've got, Hubbard, McDonald, Oaks, a whole bunch of levels. Mercurio, Ulysses Sandoval, Randy Waugh, Keith Bynum, everybody, the usual suspects, as we say here. But yeah, it should be another fantastic
Absolutely.
race. The event information this evening. 38 laps on the
At
clock.
some point,
Yeah, go ahead.
go on. Oh, I was going to say at some point, I know I'm guessing after this, you had some highlights from last week's race where there was some chicanery afoot. There was some questionable calls by the ref, if we will.
Yeah, and it wasn't even the Talladega Nights administration staff because they run
the game itself.
their own.
I wasn't very clear with that.
Yeah, it was NASCAR 2003 officials were black flagging. It was, I believe it was,
We can do it after.
Josh.
If you weren't ready yet, I just wasn't sure what your schedule was like on your. You're about to talk about the 38 laps, so
the way that I have it
don't
set
let me throw
up.
you off course.
The way that I have it set up is, let me see, it was Josh Mercurio in the 99 car last week. He got a black flag for unsafe exit of the pits. So that's part of the stats. When you export the statistics at the end of the race, it gives you like an HTML file. And this old school, really bad looking HTML file, which is simple to the point and it works, unlike the discussion we were having before the race.
Right.
About how the university you work for can't code a website for the life of them. This thing is simple and works.
Make
and
it work.
And it shows you who got the penalty, what lap they got the penalty on, and why they got the penalty. So Mercurio got charged for a unsafe pit exit and was charged with, I think, a stop and go. Might have even been a drive-through. It doesn't matter. It was horrible because it was under green, and he ended up going like a lap down. And that kind of was like, well, you know what? I think I'm going to make a fresh screen for this because it's a replay that needs to be seen because it just makes no sense to me. It's such a close call, and it's the only spot on track where I could find like that penalty would have occurred because the same thing happened at the same time. They came into the pits, a little bit of a tussle. They got spun around backwards, and it was him and Javier Negron in the 4, and they used the grass to turn around to get back on the pit road. I'm like, that's weird the game would penalize Josh for that. But then Javier would have got the same penalty, and he didn't. So then I had to find an instance where something went a little bit different, and it was such a strange thing where he came up to the yellow line on his way back to the track, and they black flagged him for it. And like no warning or nothing, just you're done. You got to come back through the pits. It cost him a lap, and that was a really close race last week. So that would have been horrible for him to have to serve that penalty. But that is a penalty that they will not clear. Certain penalties will get cleared.
Clear that up because the rumors were flying that because he hadn't provided Jeff with his weekly half dozen muffins was that there was some personal feelings going on, and there was some I don't want to cast aspersions, but there was some collusion that was being alluded to.
Wow,
that it was it went up higher up the chain than just the game. But okay, you've got the inside scoop, so I'm going to go with that.
I just woke
So there
up.
wasn't. I believe
you
the whole
using
time,
big
Jeff. I didn't
words.
think it was you.
No. Dispersions and inclusions?
Aspersions.
Oh, wow.
Inclusion and was it ambient and piccolo. There was definitely some piccolo involved. I don't know how, but that's many syllables.
We're going to go with it. We're going to do it. That's amazing. Yeah, this, as we said last week, too, I think it was, we were talking about the winner of this series when it comes down to the championship race, and whoever is the champion of season number 2 will get a gift card. And I believe it's $50. I couldn't remember the number. $50. We said $150. They're giving 100 of that to us. I'll keep 80. You'll get 20.
That's
we win.
Fair.
We're the broadcasters.
That's like $19 more than I deserve, so I'll take.
We'll take that
good.
straight to your local fast food store and not even be able to afford a soft drink. But
no,
man,
you know how much off topic in Canadian dollars?
Mm-hmm.
You know the cost of a 10-piece nugget meal
at McDonald's?
Yeah, you just at McDonald's if you were to stop for one.
Just are you talking about 10-piece, just a box with 10 nuggets in it?
A box of 10 nuggets, and you're getting a large fry and a large Coke.
How much is that in Canadian currency? I'm going to say that's probably going to be astronomical at around $8.
Yeah, almost $17.
So, is it really?
Shoot you not.
$17 for 10
16 and change
for 10 McNuggies, a sody, and that's it.
56 to the booth.
Man, that's a lot of money. Hey Jeff, if you wanted a 10-piece McNugget and a soda pop, would it cost $17 in America?
I'm sorry. Let me tell my team to stop whispering to me real quick.
This is important. We're talking about the prices.
We just need to get to the bottom of it. There's some outrage going on, and we just need to clear this up.
Ah, that's crazy.
It's no wonder they stopped using the clown as their mascot. Nothing's funny about this shit anymore.
No, you're right. It's like we need to pretend this is not happening.
Okay, I'm back up on.
Right on,
What
man.
was the question, sir?
It's 17. What was the question, Brad? 17 bucks?
McDonald's, what's the cost for if you got a large fries, Coke, and a 10-piece nuggets?
Well, you know,
Ballpark.
If you figure you go to McDonald's, Graham McDonald owns that, by the way.
Of course. I was meant to have words with him.
Yeah, you should, Canadian. $26.22, sir,
Yeah.
for just 2 double cheeseburgers for fry and a free glass of water.
Holy moly.
That's it.
Jeez.
McDonald's has gone through the roof now. It's some fine dining. Ever
Yeah,
since they got that Salt Bay shaking that stuff on the food, and then it's all gone downhill.
Well, what you do a double deuce. You say, forget about it. That's Greg Palmer at his best.
Yep.
That's it. Now I just that's what I did after I left that window. I'm like, well,
Last time I
gotta
do
pay the
that.
mortgage, I won't be back here.
All right. Well, listen. Are you ready, Mr. Blaine?
We are.
Let me go up there first. Calm the boys down. They're all excited. And then I'll grab you and bring you up there. You ready?
Let's do it. Driver introductions coming up right now. Everybody has qualified, and we're going to meet them in order from pole position to last, which is probably you because we don't drive.
Big from 1 to 10.
Good evening, guys. Live on Tarnation TV, race number 3 of the I'm on Fire series. As always, thanks for being here. It's a lot of fun calling these races. As always, I'll hand the microphone back to Jeffrey.
Thanks, Blaine. Good to see you, my friend. Always a pleasure to have Tarnation TV over here at Talladega Nights. We're going to start with our pole position.
Number 043, starting on a pole from Big Stone Gap, Virginia, representing Big Stone Gap Racing. All of our paint schemes have been painted by Frank Divins, and I'd like to thank him and you guys at Tarnation TV and everybody at Talladega Nights. Thank you all.
Robert Brelos, 931, starting second, and Team Doritos Mercedes.
Starting third, Greg Lovell from Big Stone Gap, Virginia, driving the number 088 2024 model Ford Mustang, painted by Frank Divins. I'd like to give a shout out to Jeffrey and all you guys here at Tally Nights for all you do, and Blaine and Brad and all you guys. Just everybody does a great job, guys, and good luck tonight in the race.
Starting in fourth, the 388, Dan Lovell, driving the Team Big Stone Gap Racing car, painted by Frank Divins. A little bit of a new paint scheme we're going to run tonight, running our favorite football team paints and a new painted scheme. So thanks, Frank, for the good paints, and thanks, guys, for coming out. Thanks, Jeffrey, Blaine, everybody puts this together. Good luck, everybody.
Starting fifth, Javier Negron from Bridgeport, Connecticut, driving the number 4 Toyota Camry, running for Wrecking Ball.
Starting sixth, Randy Wall from Huntsville, Alabama, driving the number 21 Big Stone Gap racing car, painted by Frank Divins. Shout out to my sons Christian, Corey, grandsons Adrian, Asher, and Asa. Good luck, everybody.
Starting in seventh, Mike Mangialardi, driving the 029 Ford Mustang out of Federal Way, Washington. Car painted by Blaine Donlin. Shout out to my friends watching at the Rainier Room tonight, and good luck all.
Starting eighth, Big Stone Gap, Virginia, in the 41 Dodge, painted by Frank Divins. Thank you, Frank. Thanks, Jeff, Blaine, all you guys. Have a good luck.
Starting at ninth, the one and only Perry Bond. I think he's been driving about 22 years, guys. Good to see Perry back, driving number 60. And he's driving for new team, Amazon. Thanks, Perry.
Rolling off in the 10th position, the 188, driven by Larry D. out of Georgetown, Massachusetts, driving for Team Amazon. I want to welcome and wish best of luck to all the Team Amazon drivers. And a special welcome to my good friend, Rod Weston, his first time racing with us. Best of luck, guys.
Rolling off 11th, Keith Bynum.
That's number 63, Keith Bynum, driving the Chevrolet Camaro, sponsored by Hubcap Annie. I want to wish everybody good luck in this race, and thank you for all the people out there watching us. God bless every and each and one of you. Thank you.
Starting 12th, Fallen Oaks from Martinsville, Virginia, driving the 67 Gold Peak T Toyota Camry for Team Wrecking Ball. I'd give a shout out to my oldest, John David. Turned 23 yesterday, and a shout out to Ken Squire's family, as NASCAR definitely lost a great man yesterday.
Starting in lucky 13th, Dave Hubbard Jr. from Rochester, New Hampshire, in the 74 Dirtfish Camaro.
Starting 14th, driver number 33, Jeff Goodpaster, driving for Team Amazon. I'm coming for you, Big Stone Gap.
Starting in the 15th position is the number 9, Chris Elliott out of Mooresville, North Carolina, driving for Team Doritos in the red Doritos Mercedes. Just want to say hello to my wife and my kids and my brothers that are watching, and I hope to see that chat box lighting up big time. Good luck, all you drivers.
Starting in 16, Ulysses D. Papi Sandoval, driving the 96 San Luisena Express Toyota Camry. A big shout out to all my teammates from Wrecking Ball team. Good luck, everyone.
Starting in 17th, Stephen Brandstetter from Randolph, Oklahoma, driving 510 Team Doritos, painted by Rodney Solons. Thank you, guys.
Starting in the 18th position, in the number 12, Doritos, Team Doritos, Mercedes-Benz, is Gary Slingshot Mingus from Tallahassee, Florida. The best of luck to everybody that's racing tonight. And a special shout out to my good friends, Jeffrey Elliott, Blaine Donlin, Brad Letkin, all of you guys that put this stuff together. This is amazing, and I'm very thankful for it.
Starting 19th, number 85, Josh's Eggs Dodge. I'm Josh 2 from Dunn, North Carolina.
Starting 20th, number 24 is Graham McDonald from Sarnia, Ontario.
Starting 21st, Alex Ortiz, driving the number 0 car for Team Wrecking Ball. Let's go, boys.
Starting 22nd, Eric LaBelle.
Rolling off in a comfy 23rd is the 99 of Josh Mercurio. I'm here to go fast, kick ass, and drink some zero sugar Pepsi.
Thank you. Starting 29th is the 19 of Rod Weston from Springfield, Vermont, driving the 19 Mellow Yellow Chevrolet. New guy here, looking for a team. Good luck, guys.
Starting 26th, that would be Jim Jernigan driving the 004. Everybody.
Starting 27th, Sean Dotson driving the 091 Hako soldering equipment Pontiac Trans Am. Good luck, everybody, and shout out to Jeffrey, Chris, all of the admins here at Tally Nights. Good luck.
Starting 28th, Nate Balser driving the JBL Chevrolet number 079, Seattle, Washington. Good luck, everyone.
And rounding off in last place, yours truly, Jeffrey Elliott driving the Team Amazon W, number 56 out of Mooresville, North Carolina. I want to say thank you to all you guys coming out tonight on Thursday night. Let's have a great race, a safe race. Let's all make it to the end. Good luck. There you go, Mr. Blaine. There is your starting lineup.
Awesome. And what a lineup it is. I'll just get right to it. Say have a good race, guys. We're looking forward to calling it. And good luck. And we'll see you here again next Thursday for race number 4.
Thank you, Blaine.
Thanks, Blaine.
Thank you, Blaine.
Thanks, guys. Hey, now we have returned to the broadcast booth, and Brad again has still not vacuumed. I left the vacuum out, and I thought that would be a hint, bro.
You were talking about napping before, and it made me sleepy, and so I just had a quick nap.
Yeah, I gotcha. That's understandable, I guess.
The yawning is contagious.
It is weird how I almost slept right through this. But I am here. It's weird. I've just been so tired all of a sudden. I'm talking now, so I'm awake now. But let's move these stats out of the way here and get a look at the 19 car of Rod Weston driving the Cold Trickle Mellow Yellow Days of Thunder theme.
Nice.
That's cool to see him here. He is a friend, as you heard in the driver introductions. He is a friend of Larry D. And all those guys are driving new cars. I had to paint a whole bunch of new cars last week because Jeffrey Elliott and Larry D and all those guys decided to start a new team. Let's go see. Jeffrey's not on track. Larry? Yeah, there it is. The Amazon Volkswagens.
Oh.
Yeah, Jeff sent me a picture of this Amazon car. And he's like, can you do this? I'm like, that's an easy one. That's a piece of cake. That's a white car with a black thing and some gold on it. So done deal. There it is. Team Amazon. So all
brother.
Oh, thanks, man.
Nice.
Whoa, there's a car in the middle of the tri-oval. Nice. This is happy hour. This isn't the race yet. So that guys are getting used to some stuff. But yeah, it's neat. We got some new. See, there's another one there. So Randy Waugh right behind Graham McDonald is also part of Team Amazon. So all the Amazon cars are exactly the same, except obviously for the numbers on the doors and the roof. So you think, man, I'm seeing double. You kind of are. I thought they wanted them to be different colors, but.
Oh, okay. Just fairly good. You get the whole almost, very much more team racing. Easier to keep track of for those who are watching along at home, including this guy. Especially sometimes if the feed gets blurry, at least I can see it like, hey, those guys are on the same team.
Right.
I'm pretty sure.
That man looks like that other man. And you can see too, the Team Doritos is all color coordinated, and this week too, it looks like the Big Stone Gap guys are all running their favorite football teams, so they all have fresh paint jobs as well. So this should be a pretty good race. As always, 38 laps around this track this evening with a 3x multiplier.
Should be another exciting one. I do like to I know that everyone's a little partial to the longer races, but I think there's a special place for these shorter ones. Still 2 pit stops, but it's just a little more. Every lap is that much more. Like, you got to make the most of it, right? So I think that's kind of where it brings the fun in a bit, at least on my end of things.
Yeah, and every time they wanted to start a new series here, a nice bump there by Chris to get Brian moving. Wallop. Yeah, that was cool. I like seeing that, especially in happy hour. That's why they run moderate damage. That way you don't take damage when you do something like that. But yeah, it's fun to see. I can't remember what you just said, actually.
I don't know either, but it was mostly
mostly nonsense. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, if I was saying it, I wasn't paying attention either. I was just filibustering for the broadcast.
Right.
When you run out of things to say, just let the stream of consciousness go. And here's my thoughts on why waffles are better than pancakes. No. Anyway, sorry.
Speaking, yes, it's a funny thing too. Like, they were, again, another totally different subject altogether. The NBA was thinking of coming back to Canada again. You see this?
I mean, more so than Toronto, like Vancouver,
they were thinking Vancouver again because you guys, why not give you guys a second chance?
I think it'd be a lot more popular now. I mean, especially now with Toronto's thing. I bet you that. And honestly, I think a lot of it, people just go to Canucks games up here. Vancouver Canucks, the local hockey team, for clout, for almost like Toronto does. Like, it's just like it's a thing to do. Like, just take your girlfriend all dolled up, and it's an event instead of like being like reasonable for hockey fans. That's why I'll go watch the junior teams. But so you have people that will just sell it out, and I bet you at this point now, especially with the increased popularity in basketball in Canada, because when the Grizzlies came out, I mean, there was basketball fans in Canada for sure, but not, I wouldn't argue to the even remotely the same extent as there is today. In the last 30 years, the amount of awareness of the NBA is, at least in my small circle of people, is exploded. Like, I know enough about it, way more, and maybe that's more with being online and everything too, right? But off topic. But anyways, you were talking about that. Yeah. Oops, sorry, 56 there.
Hey, 56, go ahead.
Hey, just want to let you know if we're going off at the 3-minute mark, 25 seconds.
Gotcha. Let's do it.
All right. But let's finish what you were saying there. Sorry, you were talking about the coming back to Vancouver, possibly.
Possibly that, or I think I also saw Montreal as well. So that's kind of weird.
Ooh.
I mean, Memphis has the Grizzlies now, right? I don't even pay attention to any of that really anymore.
I don't know. Yeah. I couldn't tell you where. I mean, yeah, I'm not aware. I'm aware of it more, but I'm not an NBA guy.
No.
New team or team moving?
New team, like an expansion.
Oh, cool.
So could be interesting, I guess. Oh, look at that. Oh, let's hear from the Balsers for the start of the race. This will be good. Where's the button? Right here. Thank you to the Balser family for doing the Grand Marshal duties for this evening. Take it away, Olia.
Welcome to Talladega Nights Super Speedway, one of the fastest tracks around. Presented by Talladega Nights Racing League and brought to you by Tarnation TV. Drivers, start your engines!
And there it is. We forgot to play that last week. We just kind of flowed right into the racing. And was having some trouble with the drone cam. And because the broadcast was lagging a little bit, I opted to not start that up again today. So no fancy drone cam stuff. But
drivers, start your engines.
Oh, and then we get another driver start your engines. But yeah, we mean to cover that one up with the Balser family. Yeah. But thank you to the Balser crew. Yeah, we got some action in the YouTube.
In comparison,
yeah, 100%. We do have some chatter in the YouTube, and if you do want to, it looks like they are re-racking them.
100%.
Someone may have missed the grid. We all know what happens when we have to retire more than once here on Tarnation TV. Usually means the server's going to crash. Not the server. My game is going to crash. We'll see what happens.
Fingers crossed.
So far, so good. So yeah,
So you're saying YouTube chat? I
Right.
didn't even look there yet.
Yeah, if you want to interact with the show, we do broadcast on Facebook, and we interact more so on YouTube just because of it just works better. So if you are on there, we thank you for watching on there. We've got Scott. Hey fellas, when's it going live? I'm like, man, we're live now. That was literally half an hour ago. So thanks for watching, Scott.
Yeah. Hopefully you're still here. Is that Scotty E or is that Scott Ye? As in like...
Ooh, Scott Ye. It could be. I never thought of that. I just said Scotty E, but now that you're saying Scott Ye, we're going to have to do that.
Yeah, it's like Kanye, but with Scott.
That's funny. I'm in Hampton, Georgia, looking for some good racing, fellas. What do you think? Number 9 for top 10? Sure, yeah, we'll go number 9. Number 9, speaking of number 9, he's been dominating, like we were saying before. If we bring up the stats, you can see Chris Elliott firm hold on first place. It's 357. Actually, we have a screen for him today, don't we? Let's see if we can find the 9. Might as well just do that right now. As we come around to green. I made a stats screen for Chris. Let's get him on camera here. There he is there. Chris Elliott, the number 9 Team Doritos car, the red one. Race number 1 winner. And he's currently sitting first overall in the standings. In season number 2, finishing 8th in race number 2 with 357 points. So yeah, that is due to the 25 bonus points here on Thursday nights. Do I have 56 on? I got a 56 on Whisper. Give me a sec. 56, go ahead.
Yes, we had a big glitch and a lot of drivers fell out. That's why we had to restart real quick.
Roger that. Thank you.
Apologize.
No problem. All good. Yeah, they were saying they had a glitch at the starting line there. Some of the drivers actually got disconnected before the race actually started. That's why they had to regrid. That usually will not happen on a live broadcast, but if it's connection related, they will definitely give everybody a chance to get in there. Yeah, so Chris with the bonus points, like I was saying, the 25 bonus points will go to the winner here on Thursday. Anybody who wins on Thursday will get 25 bonus points added to the already 180 or 185 points you can receive for winning a race. So that's cool, man. It's helped Chris, even after 2 races, get a firm hold on first position overall.
Yeah, well, whether it's the 5 points for leading a lap or another 5 for leading the most, or whatever it is, right? They'll stack up throughout the season, and you never know you're going to have a bad race, not intentionally or otherwise, but the game throws you a curveball and all of a sudden decides to knock the piston loose through a block.
Yep.
Or you get an internet hop, or you're near somebody who happens to get an internet glitch. And so, yeah, every point you can get, especially if you're after the first place and you want the gift card. You guys are here to race.
Yep.
I was actually talking to Jeff before, just in between the races. Turns out the gift card's only for $5 because we had another $45 in royalties that we had to account for.
Oh, I forgot.
So you're getting a $5 gift card to Arby's, and you get a coupon though, so you can still get you can get a 2-for-1.
Right. And probably a high five.
A solid. We'll get a high five from us too. Thanks for your gift card.
Signed picture if you want one. We'll sign a picture and send it to you.
Mandatory prize with purchase.
Oh, who's that on the pit road? Oh, Jim Jernigan's on pit road. What's he sitting there for? That's weird.
Well,
he never even. Yeah, strange. Big stone gap all over the place, but there you go. You got the blue car there, Robert Breedlove, leading that lap. So Brian Lovell got one, and now Robert Breedlove also has one. You can see, like I said, the stone gap cars, those, Denny Carroll, Randy Waugh, all the Lovels. They've all got brand new white cars.
I was gonna say the front of that pack looks like my local auto mall. There's like every color, every car you could ever want, as long as it's in white.
Nice move to the outside for Karl, getting up on that third line, timing that push at Garland Oaks.
Right? Who's in the red there on the top car? That's one standing out like a sore thumb, and that and the blue one. We've got a few colors that are kind of breaking it up here a bit.
The red number 0 on the high line is Alex Ortiz.
Nice.
Yeah. Let's get back there and look at Alex Ortiz.
Just from the helicopter view, I was just looking out and just seeing them like that one stands up. But look at that, 3 wide. We're not even 4 laps in.
Especially when Big Stone Gap literally repainted all their cars to white, and then the Amazon team had me design their cars and they're all white. Alex Ortiz. No. Okay, Alex Ortiz is on his roof because Tarnation TV curse. Sorry, Alex. Randy Waugh bouncing. That'll definitely be yellow.
The roof is crumpled on the. Was that Randy Waugh in the blue and black there?
Yeah, number 21. They'd be in Stone Gap team. Let me load up a replay here for you guys. So take a look at that, because when we start talking about a driver, they're going to crash. So, sorry, Alex.
Yeah, we recommend you don't listen to us live. Because we start talking about you, and then you get your head's all swollen. You're like, oh, I'm on the internet. They're talking about me, and then all of a sudden, and it happens to me too. Like one time, somebody said something nice about me, and then I couldn't even the sentence. I'm like, oh, I tripped over my tongue because my head swelled up so much.
56. There we go, backed up. I got the wrong camera angle. Go ahead, 56.
So it starts up at the top
starts
there.
in front of them, yeah. Rewind that there and see exactly where that started.
Oh, he did roll once there too.
Go ahead, 56.
Just checked up a bit on that lane change, is it?
It looked like it was Randy.
Yeah, we're going to go
see
overhead.
If we can get on Randy here.
Enhance.
Yeah, it's just like CSI. Enhance. Oh, it looked like Garland tapped the wall, and that's what caused a chain reaction.
Got away from him a bit.
Yeah, there's nowhere for anybody to go on that. Garland got up in the air. Holy moly.
I have brought you a guest there, Mr. Wayne.
Rod Weston, the number 19 car. Welcome to the broadcast, man. How you doing?
That was a crazy one.
Yeah, well, we're just looking at it right now. Jeff was calling for us, and I wasn't listening because we were looking at the smoke show. It looks like you actually were focused on in that replay. You saw the smoke, and you didn't even really hit anything. Oh, except for Good Pastor.
I think I got in the back of one of the cars, the 56 in front of me. Sorry, I'm still getting used to names. And I don't know, but yeah, no, I locked down as hard as I could, and I got in somewhat in it. I didn't hit much.
No, that's a good call, because you did good on that one, because that could have been way worse, especially being near the back too. It's a lot easier to, sort of, what am I trying to say, like throw the anchor out and slow down a lot and compensate for that. Because there's no need in getting into that tussle early on in the race. But we heard in the driver intro too that Larry D brought you in here.
Yep.
That's nice. Yeah, how long have you been playing the game? The simulation.
Oh gosh, I've been racing it since the original NASCAR. So better than 30 years.
Nice. Yeah, I've been playing Papyrus games since IndyCar racing. I think that's like 94.
Interesting fact that you don't know, though, too, is that I'm a paraplegic.
Paraplegic?
Yes.
So how do you have your wheel set up? Obviously, you're using gas, shifting, everything's with your hands.
Yep. It's a Thompson Super Wheel Easy 11. The throttle and the brake are right on the wheel. But it's also highly modified from that. It's done a lot of modifications to it to make it work better for me.
No way, that's cool. So they sell a wheel. Yeah, because I'm thinking because you want throttle and brake. You do want like that trigger system, kind of like an Xbox controller where you have like
it's just like everybody
throttle.
else's pedal. It's just like everybody else's pedal. It's just I have it with my hands. The biggest advantages that I have with it is like at Martinsville, my braking is absolutely incredible. I actually do a little anti-lock braking and I don't realize I'm doing it.
Well, that's crazy. Who makes that wheel?
Thompson Super Wheel is an outfit out of Massachusetts, actually.
No
And
way.
I
That's
don't
so
know if they
cool.
really make them anymore.
Oh, so you might have a unit that might not be able to be purchased anymore.
Give you an example. If you've ever watched any of the old Dale Earnhardt Jr. when he had the triple monitor setup that he's racing NASCAR doing this, that wheel he has is a Thompson Super Wheel.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, I've always had Logitech stuff, and it's just the basic, the basic hands-on buttons all over the place. Like this new one I got's 15 buttons or something, but you don't have any analog. So your brake pedals and your gas pedals are still more like of a very much analog thing, not just a hard button press.
That's right. And it's like I said, it's no much easier braking. I can do really, really hard braking, and I get kind of like an anti-lock effect going, and it's really cool.
Is that controlled by like your thumbs?
I do it with my pinky and ring finger.
Oh,
like
okay.
I said, you have to understand this. If you looked at a Thompson Easy 11, what I have, and then you look at this one, there's a lot of changes made to make it easier.
Right. So you've already got a very unique wheel and then actually modified it so it's completely one of a kind.
Yep.
Oh man, that's super cool. Thanks for sharing that. That's awesome. I gotta go do some Google research on a Thompson Super Wheel. I'm gonna write that down. Thompson.
Then I'll send you pictures of mine, and you'll be like, "Whoa, that's cool."
Yeah, for sure. That'd be a lot of fun checking that out. Yeah, I love that stuff. I figured being paraplegic, you just use like a gamepad because you could plug in like a PlayStation 4 controller and just play the game, but it's not the same as a steering wheel.
And this was a top wheel back in the day, but now it's not so much, with the Fanatec and the Mosleys and all the force feedback wheels. But back in the day, this was the wheel to have.
I've never even heard of that before. That's cool. Yeah, the Fanatec stuff's insane. I mean, some of that stuff, you're talking $4,000, $5,000, $6,000. Some of these things.
Oh yeah.
Was
and
the
I've
one
running probably almost 20 years on this wheel.
And was it expensive? Like, do you mind me asking how much something like that would cost?
It was $600 shipped to my door with the extra 7 buttons put on it. Like I said, but it's been highly modified.
Right. Oh, neat. Yeah, so it's affordable too. It's kind of the same as just a higher end Logitech wheel. Because mine I think was $400.
Yeah, I think this thing has 18 buttons.
Oh wow. It's got a talk button because you're able to talk to us. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, going to cut this short. Awesome interview. Getting ready to go green here, so I want to welcome Rod to Talladega Nights.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, bud.
Thanks a lot, Rod.
Any shout-outs real quick, Rod?
Oh, I got to say hi to my daughter, Mackenzie, and my crew chief, Jim Carley, and my car chief, Rick Paul.
That's awesome. Thanks again, Rod. Yeah, good having you here after all these years. We finally get to meet you, so that's nice having you at Talladega Nights.
Thank you.
That's cool, man. That's really cool.
It is. Yeah, there's some really there's some cool things that they can do now. Obviously, everything from custom controls and stuff like that. Xbox has gotten big into like adaptive controls where you can get like 2 buttons, like an A and a B button, that would be the size of like a saucer plate, like big oversized buttons that you could be modular. You can set them up however you like. There's a lot more teams. I shouldn't say a lot more, but more than there ever was. I think, and this lasted a while. Has come out for accessibility for gamers of all types, which I think is amazing.
I was watching a thing, like a TikTok video of a guy on like, that thing Omegle, where it just randomly pairs you with a person with a webcam. Yeah. I would think an app like that would just be a nightmare, but some of these things are actually pretty cool. Like this dude got connected to this kid, and he's like, "Oh, what's wrong with your hand, little bro?" And the kid showed him like he has like a messed up hand, like it's a birth defect. He had his fingers just grew weird, so he can't really use the hand. And
he just goes online and makes money off that. So he's like,
yeah, the kid was saying though, he's like, "Oh, I play."
Hey, look, I got dealt a bum hand, and so to speak,
And the guy asked him, he's like, "Do you play any video games?" And the kid's like, "Yeah, I play I play Call of Duty." And the guy's like, "Pardon?" Like, no. Like, that's a crazy psychotic video game to be playing if you've only got literally one hand.
Oh.
And the kid showed him how he held the Xbox controller with one hand on his lap, like kind of tucked it into the corner of his like his elbow or whatever, was able to play it with one hand, and like he's got like a thumb on one stick and the pinky on the other stick, and he's got his other 3 fingers to shoot the guns and stuff. It was crazy. But like you're saying though, he could have a custom controller.
Yeah, but again, it comes down to cost too, right? So I mean, if you're able to adapt to do that, I watched a similar video where the gentleman was playing like that, but he had the controller tucked up in his chin, and I don't know if he was using like his chin or his jaw or just like the motion of it to look and aim, and he could shoot and do everything. But he just used like either like his chest or his chin, but it was up near his neck with his one hand, and it was just like, oh yeah, and he would just lean against them for aiming, and he would have handed my ass to me. I guarantee it. Like I'm not a great Call of Duty player, anyways, but
that's really
one other thing I was going to say about the driving setup who was up we were speaking with before? That
Weston.
was Weston. I know he said he's still learning the names. Don't worry about it. I'm here 2 years almost. I'm still learning the names. Matter of fact, I find it's best to not get overly attached to anybody, just in case they ever just leave. So I just call him buddy and guy a lot.
Yeah, what's up, buddy guy?
But yeah, sorry. The thing I was going to say, when it reminded me when he was talking about his wheel, when I was working on cars, I worked on a guy who had a van set up for like a wheelchair van. So there was no driver's seat. It was just a place that would lock in for his wheelchair, and there was hand controls for the gas and the brake, and it was an ingenious contraption for in fact how simple it was. So it was a bar that you would like twist forward or twist back like a motorcycle grip, and then if you pushed forward towards the ground, then it would put the brake on, and it was an amazing. But at first I never considered it, or I never crossed my mind until I got into his vehicle to go work on it. I'm like, okay, yeah, of course this makes sense. And then I just took a minute just to appreciate like the marvel of this device. That it's so simple, but I would have never. I'm sure that they probably went through a million iterations, or at least there's probably even better stuff now. I just remember seeing that going, damn, for like a handful of bars and a couple like hinges, like this is pretty clever.
Yeah, it's really cool what they can do to modify stuff with people that have an accessibility issue like that. And you don't have to stop doing what you like to do, because you can fix it. We're just watching Javier Negron here in the 4 car trying to get hooked up with Bynum, see if they can get a second line started. Big Stone Gap white cars. They have their favorite football team on the back quarter panels of their cars.
Did we lose anybody in that wreck? There was there's got to be at least one, I'm guessing, fatality.
Yeah. So we were looking at Jim Jernigan in the 004 sitting on pit road at the start of the race. He actually retired with a camshaft. It broke a camshaft.
That is
like
bad luck. Like,
didn't even get the car rolling.
Didn't even get out of the.
Didn't even get off pit road.
I don't want to laugh. That's terrible. It really is. Like,
horrible.
Damn.
Yeah. And then
it's just like a. I was like, okay, start it up. Okay, what are you doing out of the race already?
Snap. Whoops. Camshaft. An engine failure due to camshaft for Jimmy Jernigan. Eric Lovell is also out of the race, and so is Dave Hubbard in the 74. So, not fun for those guys. So that's unfortunate. Looks like the Amazon team wants to start another lineup there. Who's that good passer in the 33? And that's probably Jeff Elliott, because he likes the top line too. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, making room for one more.
Larry D, Team Amazon, trying to get that top line going. Now, these guys did pit at lap 8. So I'm thinking lap 20 to 25, we're going to start seeing some more pit stops after this cycle, because they can get about 12 to 15 laps. Where's Mike? There he is there. Mike Mangialardi in the 2.9. There's some stats on him. Mike Mangialardi in the 0.29 car, currently 7th overall in the season, 275 points. Now, the reason I pulled this stat is in race 1, he qualified 10th and finished 13th. And in race number 2, he qualified 9th and finished 7th. So he's very consistent mid-pack kind of racer. And look where he is now, 9th. Right in the
Find
middle.
A spot that works for you, and
yeah.
Don't change it up.
Right in the middle of the middle is where he is now. There we are, four wide going through
Scary
turn
place
one.
to be, but
It
you know
is.
what? If you can hold your own there, then you'll be all right.
I love that spot though. Like, as long as you're in a good league, and there's a lot of really good leagues. This is, but that happens. You know, somebody pulls out a line in front of you, and you're done. I raced with these guys last Saturday in the Shake and Bake series, and it was a lot of fun. I ended up finishing 10th, and there was like 40. Well, it was full field, 41 cars. We actually had to do knockout qualifying, which means like 46 guys showed up for the race. So we had to go into a separate qualifying session to determine the last like 20 positions. And I thought I messed up. What I usually do in my qualifying run, because you get 2 laps, is, I guess, focus back on the leaders here. You get 2 laps in a qualifying run, so I'll run 3rd gear along the high side, and then I'll drop it into 4th gear and then run the final lap. Well, the checkered flag comes out. I'm like, oh, I just ran 2 laps in qualifying in 3rd gear. So there's no way I'm going to make the race. Greg Palmer's engine blew up. And Josh, too, had like a controller problem. And there was 2 spots, like it was down to those last 2 people weren't going to make it. And I'm like, well, I'm one of the last 2 because I totally screwed up. I forgot somehow what lap I was on. I just dozed off or something. I'm like, well, I'm not going to make it. And Palmer blew an engine in qualifying. And Josh, too, had an issue with controller or something, so they weren't even able to finish the qualifying run at all. So my garbage time still got me in because, little bit of a sideways deal. Everybody splits the uprights on that one. Wow, another nice save.
Yeah,
remember the save last week from the 088?
Yeah. He hit the bottom one and he got squirrely and got right on top of it, wasn't it? And he hit the apron, or am I thinking of something else?
Nope, you're exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah, no, it just like, bam, I'm like, all right, well, here you can expect a wipeout. Even that one, like this one, the recovery, everyone else, fantastic driving around there, avoidance, just like, all right, they see it. Oh, so he got clipped before he went up there?
I think he did the clipping, actually.
I thought he got caught from behind. I thought that's what gave him the initial... Maybe I'm probably wrong. I might get a little bit of an artifact in here, so I can't quite see, but it looked like he got... I thought he got hit before he went up there, no?
And Perry bumped him a little bit, but I think it was after he possibly hooked. He's right on the 931.
But he's not hitting him.
No. There's also internet. Yeah, he did. He tried to come back down in line there, and he just wasn't clear enough. But like you said, awesome by everybody around him to make room and get him back rolling again. So Greg dropped down to about 18th position, is being scored in 18th position right now. Greg Lovell in the 088 Buffalo Bills Big Stone Gap racing car. And no damage.
Still got lots of time left. Just over halfway through. No damage, no yellow.
Another big checkup.
Right, no foul, no fault, right? Yeah.
Little helpful nudge there to get Larry D in the 188 up to speed again. Josh Chu looks like we're pitting.
Place now.
Yeah.
Half the pack is off early. Oh.
Yeah, it's lap 19, so
right on schedule.
No, they'll probably be all right. I mean, well, you know what? Let's check it out.
I mean, he was way outside the cone. Like, it wasn't even questionable. I just didn't know if that was going to be a pet. I can't remember what the rules are because it's not hockey, and I get confused easily.
Ortiz, possibly. The 0 car you're talking about?
Yeah, in the 0, yeah, when he went out. Unless he backs up.
See, he's still on the grass. Oh, he retired.
Oh no. Would he have gotten a penalty, you think?
I don't know. It's possible.
I don't know what the pit entrance things are. YouTube, help me out. All those watching at home that are smarter and more knowledgeable about racing. I'm curious to know what.
I'm stuck behind the lights here. Sorry, everybody. I'm messing up the... Oh, no. Jeffrey got turned around in the pits by Josh, too. under green flag conditions, that is bad news for the 56. The boss of the league. We might not ever see Josh 2 ever again.
No, that's why we don't talk about Eddie Munster. Oh, what was his name? I can't remember. We don't talk about him anymore. The guy that the nickname, the racer that no longer with us. Remember when he turned Jeff around in the pits last time, and
that was it.
I think they spent like 3 months looking for that body. I don't even know if
it was
they ever
gone.
found it.
Yeah,
It was like, was it? Yeah, it was like not even like a toenail clip and left or something. No, that's it. He would never. Allegedly.
Yes, exactly. We were actually under contract never to mention it, never to mention the name again, and never even to mention the incident. And that literally was over yesterday. So we're allowed to mention that it happened. We will never mention the name of that driver, the driver that bumped Jeffrey one time and just disappeared from existence.
I'm sure Josh will be fine. Just not to worry there.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be all right. He donates to the league. Just not throwing anybody out that drops $1,000 every week to play.
Right? $1,000. That's what it costs. You know what though? But you get what you pay for. And
so Josh Mercurio, don't touch that line. He did get credit for a couple of laps led right there. Speaking of Josh Mercurio, well, let's look at that right now. This happened last week. I'm going to put the replay up here. He got black flagged for unsafe exit. So as you can see on the left, he comes into the pits here on a pit cycle, obviously.
We're not quite there on the YouTube.
Little bit of a kerfuffle on pit road. Gets turned around with Javier Negron. Now, I thought that Josh got the unsafe pit penalty for this turnaround. I've never been penalized for that. I'm thinking if he got penalized for that, then Javier would have got penalized as well. So then we look at this replay of him coming out of the pits and see how he just gets over that yellow line by literally like an inch and merges when the line starts breaking. So then when I go take a look at Javier Negron, because I'm trying to find something that they did differently, and Javier's coming out and he's nowhere near that solid line. So this unsafe pit exit, the game, NASCAR Racing 2003 officials, they gave, here's a slow motion replay of it. They're saying he went over the line and entered the track unsafe with this move right here. And to me, I think Mercurio got robbed on this one. Because that is insane. That is so close. To me, that was just absolutely wild.
Yeah, no, there's... And the fact that he was on the line, like not over it. Like, I mean, to me, over it, I'm talking like the tire width over, not like...
Yeah,
but I guess
part of the tire went over. Yeah.
And that's it. That's enough. It's not okay if you just touch the line, you're okay. But if you cover that line, you go over a 16th of an inch, I guess you're over.
And they say unsafe pit exit, meaning like you caused a problem, like there's nobody coming. So
I would guess
that's the thing too.
That the game is programmed to just know that from this point to this point along this line, if anything goes over it, it's bad. I'm guessing that's where like it's probably. I don't. Maybe there's not like a ton of logic behind it. This is like. If this happens, then this happens. It's like a two-step program, right? Like you get a penalty if you cross this thing before here. Okay, you did, and technically, yeah, you put 4 pixels on that side of the paint.
Exactly, yeah. How dare you?
Right.
Currently focus on the leaders again. The 043 Brian Lovell dominating this race. Speaking of Mercurio too, we actually have been hired to broadcast we're in the process right now of being hired to broadcast a race for his league in December. Let me check my calendar. On the 25th of December. So I hope you're not doing anything.
No, not at all. I mean, I gotta make my $5, right?
I can't remember where it was. I thought it was December. Am I getting my Joshes mixed up?
December 31st.
I might be getting my Joshes mixed up.
Too many.
Because there's Josh
Too many
Mercurio and then there's
deals.
Josh too, but Mercurio. Oh wow, maybe I'm talking. Maybe I'm talking
Was it
about
Josh's
nothing.
eggs?
No, I don't think. No. Mercurio, there he is. Oh, January. Sorry, that's why I couldn't see it because I'm in the wrong month. The NNS CRA Winter Truck Series on
this January? Yeah,
Tuesday.
that's not gonna work.
Yeah, this January. Yeah, we're busy. We'll see you in 2025. It's
I
Tuesday
think I
night.
had you penciled in for some Ghost Recon DLC. If assuming we'll get through the main story by then.
Probably, yeah. That game never ends.
But yeah, well, that's good. Yeah, I'm always down for some new races. Where's the track for that race? Hasn't been decided yet.
I don't believe it has been decided yet. It's their Winter Truck
That's
Series,
fair.
so it will be one of the truck mods. There's like 5 of them, so we'll figure out which one we're doing.
Right? Perhaps Rainbow Road. Just mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, there you go. You're right. There is a rainbow. Somebody did make Rainbow Road in this game.
I believe they would.
Yeah, it is a thing. I've raced on it. It's awesome.
Exactly. You're looking for a terrible time and you want to lose some friends. Well,
Yep.
let's play NASCAR in space.
Right. Dominating
Yeah,
the top, the top like 5 of these cars have been here all day long. We've got
No, they
Brian
just parked
Lovell.
there and
Let's get on spectator cam here. Brian Lovell dominating this race. 19 laps led. Robert Breedlove behind him's got 2. Danny Karl behind him also has 2 laps led. And then, who's that? Stephen Brandstetter has 1. Mercurio has a couple. And Ulysses Sandoval also has 1 lap led, so bonus points for all those guys.
good for him.
They're all in a
Everyone's
straight
doing
line
good
here.
tonight.
Brian Lovell.
Our friend Ulysses. I didn't see him out there because I'm not used to his new paint job yet. Where is he?
Let's find him. We'll start from the front and see, and we'll just go right through the field. So we got Brian Lovell in
Let's
the
do it.
lead, with Breedlove behind him. Danny Carroll, the 091, Sean Dotson, 63 of Keith Bynum, sponsored in part by Hubcap Annie. 399 of Dan Lovell. Nate Balser actually qualified last today. He didn't even qualify. He just sat out qualifying, so he was actually billed in last place. So he's right there running in 7th. Not too shabby. Javier Negron behind him. Perry Bone. Stephen Brandstetter in the 510. Team Doritos Orange. Jeffrey Goodpaster. Larry D. Mike Mangiolardi. I painted that car. Not too shabby, Blaine.
Oh, not bad
Josh
at all.
Mercurio. And Rod Weston in the 19 car running 18th. With this custom wheel, which I'm going to have to go research this thing. Graham McDonald in 24th. I think he took damage when in one of those wrecks early on. He's only running at about 174 mile an hour with no drafting help. Chris Elliott back there too in 20th spot. Josh 2 and Greg Lovell latched onto each other. So they'll definitely be moving faster than those single cars we were looking at. Randy Waugh back there too. He got caught up in that accident as well. Gary Mingus just came out of the pits. We saw him pitting last lap around. And here we are back around to the front again. So pretty solid. There's 28 cars that joined this race. And we just scrolled through 24 of them. Retired cars, as we were talking before. Jernigan snapped a camshaft. Eric Lovell, David Hubbard Jr., and Jeffrey Elliott all retired from the race. Lovell headed to the pits off.
Yeah, there's a lot earlier. I was going to say I wasn't expecting anybody until at least 32 because everyone pitted at 19 before, so I figured that would have been the lap.
I was thinking the same thing. I had like 32 to 35 is what I had written down, so that's a little bit earlier. This stop.
Benjamin in the YouTube chat there saying, you know, the fastest way to find out something on the internet isn't to ask a question, but it's to say something, right? Down level is actually the 388, not the 399. So, suck on that, announcer.
Yeah, did I say 399?
I'm guessing so. He corrects you here.
Yeah, I might have. Yeah, because Greg's always been the 388. I might have made that mistake.
That's probably it. It's unacceptable, and I'll accept your resignation after the show.
Right.
But yeah, he's going to say we had a pretty good turnout of 28 drivers. He said Maverick had 26 cars on Tuesday at Phoenix.
Nice. Yeah, Benjamin Snyder, he runs the Maverick Cup Series there. And
That's right, yeah.
They run a very wide variety of tracks over there. He's watching the broadcast. I'm curious, Benjamin, do you guys mimic the Cup Series, or how do you run your league? Do you just pick tracks and have a series, or do you some series will actually mimic the actual NASCAR Cup Series? These guys got to be coming down to pit road. You see Gary Mingus sliding to the right because he's already done his pit cycle. So we're just going to stay locked on Nate Balsa right here. Yeah, here we go. Lots of room when there's only three coming, especially when it's those three guys. There's got to be any issues with those three guys.
This road is nice and wide.
Well, even the replay at the start of the race, the typo negative one that I do, there's Ulysses there with a scraped up roof.
That's why I didn't recognize him. The paint was all worn off.
So it's scoring Josh 2 in first again. Nope, he's coming down.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems to me like Ulysses kind of ate hind tit on the last week's race as well, and also had some roof damage. Like it seemed that he was off pace by a lap. There was some rough luck there, some ups and some downs, and NASCAR, she is a fickle mistress.
It is, and he had such a great season in season number 1, and then he's just been getting caught in the wrong spots so far at the start of season number 2. So, and then he races on the weekends too in the truck series, and there's lots of different series here.
Yeah, no, it's not an issue of talent. Ever since from as good as he was with the keyboard, and then he got the wheel, got even better. But sometimes even the skill is not enough. You're just wrong place, wrong time, and the wreck that we had earlier in the race. It mid pack like that, and everybody's caught. Like, you could be the best driver in the world, but you got nowhere to go. And you're still doing 200 mile an hour. Here we are.
Yeah.
Oh, back in the YouTube chat there, he's answering your questions there. So I was going to read them to you, but since you can read yourself, I'm not going to.
Okay, perfect. Let me see here. We pick tracks for the season. Okay, so it's a custom season. Actually had Mexico City and Milwaukee on the schedule this year at Maverick. Mexico City will be back next year. And Chris Elliott won Back to the Future Series last season. Oh, yeah. That's a Tuesday night race here at the Talladega Nights Racing League. Ortiz did not retire. We thought Ortiz retired, and he must have just called a tow truck.
I was going to say, I meant to ask you, we never followed up on that. Did he just get towed? Hopefully, because it didn't seem like at that point. I wonder if that, again, maybe somebody would know better, or maybe Ben would know. So he came in wide on the pit stop outside of the cone, and then just kind of parked the car out there. So he got towed back. So I wonder if that's not a penalty if he gets towed back, or would it?
No, there wouldn't have been a penalty, because I think maybe that's why he did it.
Because he's going to take the time penalty for the tow truck getting there. So obviously he's going to take a hit, but it's less of a hit than what he would have had he tried to drive around, I wonder.
It's possibly, I wonder if he tried to get the truck back or the car back out on the track and drive around. Would have taken forever. He's before his pit stall, so I wonder if the tow truck had to tow him all the way around, because technically he was past pit entrance. So that might have been like a 3-minute tow compared to like a 30-second tow if he'd have been before the entrance of pit road. So
we didn't even see. We haven't looked to see if there's any lucky dogs or anything yet.
Yeah.
We're down to the 37th lap.
Yep.
I'm gonna say
lucky dogs aren't even going to really matter, but it would be Greg Lovell and Rod Weston right now. Ortiz is 1 lap down. We will stay locked on the leaders right now, though, because this is going to come around to the white flag at the end of this lap. We will see how this race will play out. It's a fast race, man. We have 1 yellow. That's how quick these races go. So from first, that changed a lot right there. So
well, I was going to say, not long ago, we had it looked like an Amazon race. Like they were racing to get your package there in less than 1 day delivery. And now it's changed drastically.
Even in one lap, Dan crossed the line in first last time by, and now he's in fifth. So he doesn't even have a podium anymore.
All right, well, this is for all the beans right here. What's the play?
I don't know. I mean, the 931 of Breedlove is driving out the review mirror right now. He's got Nate and Bynum behind him.
Oh, yeah, he's 5 miles wide for sure at this point.
We're going to go to helicopter view because it's the best way to see any move coming up. He's blocking. Bynum looking for a way around. Some lap
He's
traffic.
thicker than a bowl of porridge.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This is a good one. Is he going to be able to hold him off? Probably, because Nate is not tight enough to bind him. Look at the blocks he's throwing, though. Breedlove is going to hold these guys off and win race number 3. Nice.
Holy.
He was
a valiant effort for fourth and a real hustle to get in front of him, but
that is a lot of work. Javier Lawrence showing he got a black flag. That might I wonder what that is. Maybe a pitting thing. Let's put the flag in that car. Where's my chase view? That's a nice looking car.
It is. Making me hungry. Cool Ranch. Don't mind if I do.
Yeah. Congratulations to the race winner of the 931, Robert Breedlove. Race number 3. And we actually got to all of our little points. We got to the replay of Mercurio. We got to the statistics and everything. We were able to make it all work. You can't rely on cautions.
Nope. We hit our marks. And we barely step on each other. Darn fine broadcast. Mics are off, right? Anyways, so like I was saying.
There's a congratulations on winning bump.
Right? It enhanced the burnout. I'm like, what happened there? He hit the nitrous.
Can we rewind a burnout? Like, is he done? Okay, I'm gonna rewind that and see what happened. Who hit him, man? The guy was doing a burnout. He got clobbered.
Like Mach 10, I was like watching them, and all of a sudden, what did he do? Like, the game glitched out clearly.
I thought so.
He got tagged at full speed.
Karl.
Fantastic. Well, you know what? That's one heck of a signature.
Yeah, no kidding.
He just made like the Olympic rings there across the track.
Yeah, he's signing his name in the burnout marks on the ground. 2023 today. We are at the 16th.
This is what I call cursive.
Elliott to the booth.
Mr. Elliott, man, what a race. Another awesome finish, dude.
Let me tell you, it was over before you knew it. But it was. I sat here and watched it. I got a little tangled up there with in the pits and went black in the grass. I figured I'd just watch it and hang out. So that's what I did as a fan. But listen, I have Mr. Mingus ready for the slingshot silly statistics or something like that. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right. Did you get the burnout in?
We did get the burnout in, yes.
All right. Here comes Mr. Slingshot.
Gary Mingus with the statistics on the night before we get to the podium drivers. The floor is yours, Mr. Mingus.
Thank you, gentlemen. Hey, what an exciting race this was tonight. I'm going to start off by giving you the top fastest laps. And the amazing thing about this is that the top 7 all hit 200 miles an hour in speed. In 5th place was Steve Brandstetter, my teammate, 47.791 seconds, 200.373 miles per hour on lap. In the 4th slot was Javier Negron, who hit a 47.757, 200.515 on lap 22. And in the 3rd place spot, my buddy Perry Bone, 47.745 seconds on his lap, 200.566 miles per hour, again on lap 22. The hot laps were on lap 12. Our founder and co-owner and HNWIC in the number 2 slot, Jeffrey Elliott, 47.710, 200.713 miles per hour. He did that on lap 12. And our fastest lap of the night go to Jeffrey Goodpaster, 47.664 seconds, a 200.907 second 12th lap. That's amazing. Our fastest laps of the night, and then followed by our most laps led, who was Brian Lovell, who led 23 laps. Denny Carroll led 5. Robert Breedlove, our winner, led 4. Congratulations to Team Doritos for getting the winner up there. Joshua Mercurio led 2. Dan Lovell led 2. Ulysses Sandoval, he led 1. Steve Brandstetter led 1. And that's your slingshot silly statistics for the night. Other than the number of lead changes, we had 14 among 7 leaders. That was amazing. It's a good race.
Yeah, 14 lead changes. Holy smokes, that's gnarly. It was an excellent race, and it was over so quick, which is good because I got a new job and I started a little bit earlier, so then I can get to bed quicker. But that's why we do the I'm on Fire broadcast on Thursday evenings, so we know you guys can get it done in a professional fashion with one yellow flag, added the system early, and the slingshot silly season statistics. I'm going to need to work on that one because that's a tongue twister. Holy
Gary,
moly.
We appreciate it, buddy. We got to get to the podium quickly, but thank you so much for what you do.
Yes,
Thanks,
sir. I have a drill for you. A box of biscuits, a box of mixed biscuits, and a biscuit mixer. Say that.
I'm not even going to try saying that, man. Thanks a lot for the stats, though, Gary. It's awesome.
Nice try.
All right. Good night, guys.
Thank you. Holy moly. She sells down by the seashore. The cells that she sells are, wow. The shells that she sells are she sells, I'm sure. Holy mackerel. Dan Lovell, 4th place position. What's going on, man?
I thought I was going to get that one, man. I had a team of cars behind me there. I knew I was going to have a hard time holding them off and come out of the pits. Had 2 great pit stops tonight. I mean, both of them were smoking. I was on it tonight with the pit stops, and I come out of there in the right position, got myself up in the lead, and seen Breedlove behind me and a couple of his companions, and I knew that if I didn't hold him off with the block, that there was no way I was going to hold on to that win. I gave it my all. I tried to block him the best I could, but I didn't want to overdo it and get spun, so I moved to the left and let him go. And, still got 4th place. I ain't gonna complain. Top 5, as long as I'm staying solid in the points, I'm good to go at the end of the season. That's where it matters.
Yeah, that was a lot changed because especially that late race green. And even in the last couple laps, after you guys got back up to speed and were in that pack, everything switched in that last, Carol goes to the back from first. I say the back of the main pack from 1st to 5th. But yeah, lots of movement up front. It's hard to keep track of you guys, man. It's always so fun to watch.
Yeah, Denny had a unfortunate pit stop and got caught speeding on pit road, and he probably would have been right up there with us if it hadn't been for that. It might have been me and him together, working together if, he hadn't had misfortune. But, those things happen, and you're going to get black flags, when you're driving down pit road if you go a little too fast. He says he wasn't speeding, but, if the game gets you, you're speeding.
Yep. We were talking about that. Well, Mercurio last week got a black flag for exiting, and we looked at it in a replay, and it was hilarious how close it was. It didn't make any sense, but like you said, if the game's going to call it, you're done, and they're not going to clear that black
there's
flag.
nothing you can do about it at that point. If the game's got you, you just got to deal with it, and it's happened to me plenty of times. So it's heartbreaking when you're in that race and you're in a good position to win the thing and something like that happens. But maybe he'll get better luck next week. And same with me. I thought I had that one. Man, I was gripping that wheel white knuckled. I was like, I'm going to hold these guys off if it takes everything I got. But I wasn't going to push it too hard and try to force it.
As always, man, always fun watching you guys do what you do out there, and always professional, always clean. But you're never going to let someone win. So yeah, man, thanks for coming out as always, and thanks for talking to us.
No problem. I just want to give a shout out to Jeffrey for what he does here, and Ken and everybody puts this together. Blaine for your broadcast, and Brad, I know he helps you, and just appreciate you guys. Want to give a shout out to my beautiful wife Bonnie and my kids and grandkids. Got plenty of them. Got 8 grandkids. So thanks to everybody that watches, everybody that races. Good luck all you drivers every race, and appreciate you coming out, guys.
Thanks a lot,
Awesome.
Dan.
Thanks, man.
Take it easy.
Thanks. Have a good night. All right, we're moving up the ladder here in the podium position. So the 079 of Nate Balser is on his way down here right now. Number 3 finisher. I wonder why I thought I saw Karl at the end of that race. I guess I was wrong. There's a lot of white cars out there. Nate's car is definitely not white. It's still orange. Thanks, Nate. We can see you standing like a sore thumb out there with all these white cars. It's funny how Team Stone Gap comes into this thing with brand new designs, and so does Team Amazon, and everybody's just driving a white car now. So it's easy to find Nate Balser.
I want to see somebody out there in 1992 Super Soaker bright green. You know what? A Super Soaker car would be fantastic. White, green, and orange. Those ugly squirt guns. Oh, that'd be funny.
You're onto something. See, now next week we're going to have a Team Super Soaker. Calm down, Brad.
There we go.
Nate, 3rd place. What'd that look like, man? A lot changed in those last 2 laps.
Yeah, I was pretty good. I got a little bump in that first big wreck there, but we had no damage, and we kept our pit stops pretty tight and clean. I was pretty happy about that, and just trying to stay out of trouble, stay in the draft, and mostly. And starting almost dead last, that was kind of different. I kind of got in here late and just took the 28th spot and said, we'll do the best we can.
Right. We were looking at that because we focused on you when you were in 7th place. And I mentioned that you didn't even bother qualifying. You just sat out, or like you said, a little bit late to the game, I guess. Just, you know what, just take that random back of the field spot. And then you went from, I'm looking at it now. Okay, so you were the biggest mover in this race. You started in 28th and you finished in 3rd.
Yeah, it's a good feeling. I thought I'd try to pull an Alex Moe here and see if I could kind of mimic what he does. He's usually pretty good at that. So that worked out pretty good.
Yeah, he is good at doing that. He'll end up, like you said, he won't even qualify. He'll be at the back the whole race, and all of a sudden he's top 5. But yeah, man, again, thanks to the family too. We're still running you guys at the Grand Marshal, the Balser crew. So we forgot to play it last week, so we made sure to play it this week before the race started.
It's good to hear, and we sure appreciate it, that opportunity of doing that, you guys.
A lot of fun, man. But yeah, you got any shout outs you want to toss down before we move up the list here to Keith?
Yeah, just always, my wife and daughters, Jerry and Kathy, my sister Lisa, always big supporters, and glad to be a part of it, and glad to be a part of your great show. You guys really do a fine job, and I appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you, Nate. Yeah, thanks for talking to us, man. That's a couple new things this week, too. I'm going to try to keep that up, as long as it doesn't break the broadcast. I noticed it was kind of struggling at the start, but everything seemed to level out, so I think we're okay.
Roger that. And thank you too, Brad.
Well, it's all good. Thanks for coming out, and always good to have a full crew and get to chat with you guys. So thanks.
Thank you, guys. Have a good night. Be safe out there.
Thank you. As Nate leaves the Tarnation TV studio, and he forgot to shut the door. I always tell people shut the door, because when you get here,
wipe your feet.
Yeah, wipe your feet.
Take your shoes off.
If you're going to open the door, open the door. When you're going to leave, close the door. Keith always closes the door behind him. Hey, Keith, 2nd place finish. How's it going, bud?
Hey, how you doing?
We were just chirping Nate for leaving Tarnation TV studios and not shutting the door behind him.
Oh.
It's like, man, leave it the way you found it. You came in here and the door was shut. Anyway, man, second place. We were watching you trying to find a way around Robert, but you and Nate just weren't close enough to get that nose in
No,
there.
we were close enough. I just wasn't reckless enough to push it. I let off my gas 4 or 5 times just to not wreck him. I had runs and just didn't ain't about that. It was on my mind. I could have moved him and forced my way like sometimes you see it done.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, good win to him. That was a great race. He did a good job. If Danny Lovell had have blocked Breedlove like Breedlove blocked me, he might have won the race, or he'd got wrecked.
Right. Yeah, because we watched the positions switch a lot, even like we were saying before, the last couple times. In the last 2 laps, everything sort of shuffled. And we're like, oh, okay, well, we think it's going to end one way. And like you said, guys plan on blocking and they don't block or whatever kind of happens. And you don't really want to be in first place, running out that rearview mirror, because if somebody's getting turned, you're going around and you guys are just going to keep on driving. So yeah, it was,
exactly. Denny told me after he come down from being up here talking to y'all in the room, he told me, he said if I had have got my nose out on him, that he was prepared to go with me. And I know Nate was going to go with me too. But like I say, if I had pushed an issue, we would have been pushing it. So we don't push things. I like a good, clean race. I enjoyed that. That was fun. And kudos to everybody. Great race. And thank y'all for calling this. Y'all, I'll check out how you did. Hello, Mother, if you're still here. And Jerry and everybody watching. I hope y'all enjoying being fans of watching this streaming we have here for racing. We have a really good time.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun to do it. Yeah, and like you said, not pushing the envelope there too much, and Robert will remember that because, the tables could be turned,
Me and Robert's always, he's always, he ain't never been an aggressive driver to me. That's the reason too. He's never, there's some drivers here. I love everybody here, but there's some drivers here that I probably wouldn't have been that patient with, or I wouldn't have, I'd have did the opposite of whatever I did, and that's just. But Robert drives clean. Robert's a good race guy. He's good fun to race with.
Yeah, definitely, man. Yeah, the other drivers that you might have turned, does his name rhyme with Jeffrey Elliott?
Oh man, J.E. Huh. No.
No, I know.
We still have our little bugs here. We got some drivers that ain't going to do every little thing like you want them to do it. And that's the vice versa. I'm sure the drivers that do that think the same thing about the rest of them, But the main thing is we're able to make it all work and have these fantastic races. And tonight I wasn't here last Thursday night, but from what I hear, this was an absolute turnaround from last week's race. So that's great.
Yeah, a lot of times too, like if every driver, a lot of drivers have their little quirks and stuff, but if everybody raced the same, then it wouldn't be as fun.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody pits. Some people like the hot pit. Some people like to creep in the pits. But I'm just going to tell you, man, hot pitting, you get that black flag under green flag, it kills.
Yeah,
it kills. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, thanks again for talking to us, of course.
Yes.
And I guess we'll move on to Robert. I was going to ask you for shout-outs, but you already did them.
Yeah, I did some shout-outs. And again, thank you to you and Brad for hosting. And I'm going to be back up here in the winter circle here in the next couple of weeks. Y'all be looking for me. I'll see you.
Right on. We'll save you a spot. Thanks, Keith. Have a good night.
Good night, everybody. Yes, sir.
Keith Bynum, your second place on the podium. Now we're going to find Robert Breedlove. Robert Breedlove, 931. What's up, man? Congratulations on your win, dude.
I appreciate it, Blaine.
That was an awesome last few laps to watch. Keith and Nate all over you. How'd that look? Were you looking out the windshield or the rearview mirror? It looked to us like you were really blocking hard.
Once I got around the Lovell car, I decided I was going to mirror race whoever was behind me. That was Keith, and I don't think I looked out the front windshield the last 2 laps.
Nice. Yeah, we could tell you were blocking him clean. But yeah, a couple of close ones there. But yeah, it was fun. It's always fun watching it come down to the final laps. You know, even those sprint races, I won a couple of them, and it's nerve-wracking, man.
It is nerve-wracking because I knew Keith was going to run it clean, or I hoped he was, and I just made sure I didn't push the envelope too far of the block.
Yeah, because that's all you need. You're the one that's going to lose on the block because you're just going to go around, spin right off the nose, and they're just going to drive by you.
Exactly.
Was there any kind of crazy pit strategies tonight, or after that big wreck at the beginning? Did you take any damage on that? You were up front most of the race, so I think you were in front of that wreck, eh?
I was in front of the wreck, and then after that, I just figured I was going to do whatever those Big Stone Gap guys were going to do and just follow them around. So I'm second in points, so I figured, top 5, that'd be cool.
Yeah, well, top 5. You got number 1, and you qualified in second. So the whole race was, you dominated this thing.
Yeah, I dominated the last 2 laps, I'd say.
I guess that counts, yeah. But even in qualifying too, to start in second and be in front of that big accident, right? It's always a good spot to be. Some guys like to sit in the back and watch, but it is always the best spot to be in front of that smoke.
Yeah, I try to qualify every race because you never know when that's going to happen. So it's better to be up front. But it can happen up front too.
Yeah. If it happens from the front row, everybody's got to hold on to it. But yeah, man, thanks for your time and obviously too. Congratulations on the win. Do you have any shout-outs and last words?
Hey, just shout out to Jeffrey again for putting this on. I know it's a tough deal to do.
Awesome.
And I know you all knew. Last 2 weeks I've been in Texas, so I'm back home with the big monitor, ready to go now.
Yeah, you're not playing on a 14-inch laptop now.
Nope, and I'll be out here tomorrow night too.
So that's
that's a game changer when you get a big screen like that.
Yeah, that little laptop I was using, didn't cut it.
That's fun though when you go traveling, where you got your wheel and your pedals with you, and then get a little laptop. Hey, any way you can get on the track, man, we'll take it because it's always good to have you here.
Absolutely, I appreciate it.
Thanks, Robert. Congratulations again. Have a good night.
All right, thanks, boy. You guys have a good night.
Jeffrey Elliott, you there, bud? Oh, he left us. I guess that's the Brad and Blaine show comes to a close, and we'd like to thank everybody involved because, well, if we were by ourselves, nobody would be watching. Who are we kidding?
And so it'd basically be like one of our podcasts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 0 viewers. Yeah.
But with less fanfare.
way less. But
this is a lot of fun.
I love it. Yeah, an hour and 36 minutes into this broadcast, it comes to an end because, we have one yellow flag, and that's just the talent that we are, we get the
when
honor
you work with the best.
Yep. Work with the best. You are the best. I wouldn't call us the best. We pretend to be the best. Yeah. Who am I kidding? We're the best.
We tried the best. Now here's the rest. Is that what they say about us?
I think so.
We found these guys behind Wendy's.
That would be funny. Ooh, Wendy's, yeah. When we used to go to Wendy's and just eat Frosties all the time.
Yeah, that's what we did the first season for. Was like paid in Frosties, wasn't it?
Well, I remember we used to go to Wendy's. Like we're talking about back in the olden days. We used to go to Wendy's when they actually had horrible fries. That's how old we are.
Oh yeah.
Because they're really good now. I remember. Back.
Remember before they had a Baconator?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Before the internet.
I remember when the Baconator used to be. They used to bring it back like seasonal. They didn't used to have it on the menu. Now it's on the menu like all the time. I'm like, why can't the Baconator just stay on the menu? And then they finally did it. But
now it's wonderful because it's the only burger I have to ever buy. Where are you going? Wendy's? You know what? Like, cool.
Yeah. If you're going by Wendy's, get what I need, and I know the answer. But Yeah, man,
Going to
always
Burger
fun.
King? I'll have a Bacon King. Easy.
Yeah.
I'm a simple man.
I don't go to Burger King. Do they have a Bacon King?
They do have a Bacon King, and it's something to check out.
That's something in Kingston? Kingston,
Ontario.
Kingston, Ontario?
Yeah.
Never had a Burger King. Like there was one downtown in the hub in the mess down there with all the clubs and the university district. There's a Burger King there. But it's an absolute dirt trap because it's you can't keep it clean. It's insane. So but any other real Burger King that I might want to go to would come in and out of business so fast. We just never had one. So now we actually have another one, and I haven't gone there because living in Kingston, there's just no Burger King. So you just don't go to Burger King because it doesn't exist.
Yeah, they have home of the Whopper. I mean, Wednesday Whopper meal, you get like a Whopper combo for like $6 or something like that. It's a tasty burger.
We do have a couple of real Burger Kings now, and I still haven't gone in there yet. But it's weird because Kingston literally is like the restaurant capital of the planet. Like there's so many restaurants in this city. Mm-hmm. And for some reason, Burger King, other than the one in the hub downtown, right across the street from Barcadia, the arcade bar that we went to, that's where it is.
Shutting down also.
For the winter time, yeah. Their lease was up. So they
I heard like they were going like out of business. I read they were on Reddit.
No.
I actually came across one of the threads that they were actually shutting down because there was new owners and they said they couldn't keep it afloat with what it was going on. That's what I had heard. But I don't know.
Okay. See, because I read that the landlord, like the lease was up and they were moving in a different direction, so they had to get out of the way, and they weren't going to bother with the holidays coming looking for a new spot. They were just going to come back in the spring in a new location. And they were talking about a West End location. I'm like, don't do West End. You need to be downtown. Like it's just a different vibe downtown. You got the university, the college downtown. If you go in the West End with all the Walmarts and the grocery stores, like nobody's going into a arcade. You need that foot traffic. So I hope they do come back.
Yeah. No, there was actually, it was on probably on the Kingston Reddit thread when it comes up once in a while. And Barcadia came up. So, of course, I click on it. I'm like, I remember that place. That was fun. Mm-hmm. And I guess at some point between the time we went there and now, so in the last 4 or 5 years, it's changed owners. I don't know if they had bought one of the guys out or whatever it was. Like there was something was going on. And then there was the common theme of the thread was the new owners were struggling to keep it like the machines running and to get and rightfully so, because someone else chimed in saying it's expensive to maintain these old CRTs and the old boards and all this, but yeah. So anyways, hopefully not. Hopefully it'll still be there next time I get to come out.
See, and they do it legit. Like these arcade machines are the original ones. They don't run emulators.
Yeah.
They could put flat panels in all of them and just run emulation, but it's not the same.
No, definitely not.
But yeah, if you wanted to get a great big, a tall boy like Moosehead or Rickard's Red or something and play some Contra, then, Operation Wolf, some cool old school arcade stuff. That was really neat to walk around in there with a pint in one hand and a pocket full of quarters. And I quarters, like it was quartered, 25 cents a play, which is so cool because even that doesn't happen anymore. If you go to the movie theater, they're all $2 a play. One token, $2. I'm like, no, not at Arcadia. It's a quarter. Like it used to be a quarter. Yeah.
You got greedy, and it's going to be your demise. Oh, speaking of greedy and demise, our old stomping grounds, Wonderland, formerly now since rebranded as Castle Fun Park.
Okay.
For a decade or more. Remember, I showed you a couple years back. There was the floods out here.
Yeah.
And it went like all the way up to like almost to the overpass. Not quite, but it
was literally like 14 feet of water on the highway, right up to the bridge.
Right, and so Castle Fun Park is literally off the side of the highway. So they suffered some flooding of their outdoor mini golf, the basement, there was 2 mini golfs down there, but I guess they were able to mitigate any other real flooding from there. It was just that like the basement in there. It was still a lot of damage. That was under renovations for the last couple of years. They revamped the mini golf so it doesn't smell like mold or whatever it used to smell like down there. Like your how your grandma's basement smell.
Right.
Right. That was the unique smell of that musty basement. Anyways, used to be like $5, $6, $8. I think it was the most I ever paid to play there. And as of when it was last open, it was $8 around. So there's 5 of us. That's 8 the kids, $40. Not a bad afternoon. Kill an hour or so. $18 a person now.
Wow. Wow.
So I'll save my shout out to the end of the episode where I'm going to give them a blast. But anyways,
jeez, that sucks. Just
so I've got a few-
tripled.
Well, basically, could have gone like, $8. Okay, what do we do? 13, 40. We know the rentals got expensive. $15. Nope, it's $18. I'm like, damn. We need to like double it. Like even 25%, I probably would have balked at. $12.50 for mini golf? What are you out of your mind?
Right. $18, double the price.
I'm like, how many hundreds, if not thousands of dollars I've dropped there over the years? And that's literally my only review on Google. I'm like, you guys got greedy, and it's going to bite you in the ass.
Yeah, that's a lot. Doubling the price. It's crazy. They could have worked their way to 18, but to go from 8 to 18, it's pretty gnarly.
Yeah, no, you got greedy, and you fooled around and found out.
Yeah. Ah, well. Such as, I don't know. It's too bad. That place was cool. 2-story, 2-level monstrosity of just arcade machines, batting cages, and all that stuff. And
go-karts and all sorts of stuff.
And that was the cool thing about Barcadia. Like I'd literally go in there and I'd buy like a $9 Corona, but then throw a $5 in the change machine and have $5 worth of quarters in my pocket. And that's a lot. And not even, and kind of be like, okay, it's time to leave now, but I still got 6 quarters left. It's cool to be able to, that they kept it like that,
It does, it's probably not the easiest way to turn a profit, but I think you keep the people playing and you keep people coming back, right? And
yeah, you just keep them in there and you're selling the beer. That's what they're doing. They want you in there playing the arcade games and they'll sell you the beer. So that's what they make their money on, the beer, right? Like when you got a McKinnon Brothers tall boy for $6, that's where you're making
and they know
money.
their audience, right? They're like, I do like some beer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and video games?
Yeah. What should we call this place?
Okay, well, shoot. Why didn't you say so?
It's like, what should we call this place? Let's call it Barcadia. Gee, I wonder what goes on in there.
Tonight? You know exactly where I want to go, Blaine. You don't have to ask me. Where do you want to go out? When I want to go where we always go. Duh.
Yeah.
Oh,
sometimes I want to
go somewhere else to eat, but I want to go there for the beer and the games. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Hopefully they get her rolling, but I guess it's bedtime. I get to go to work tomorrow. Yeehaw.
Yeah, you got an early start.
A little bit. So yeah, it's only I only really get going like a half hour earlier, but it does seem to be because it is 4 a.m. it just seems to be worse than 4:45. But whatever. It's a paycheck,
right?
But yeah, man, thanks again for helping out on the broadcast. It's always a lot of fun hanging out.
Always a blast just to be here and hang out. So right on, man.
Yeah, I guess it's I can steal all my quotes, my end of race quotes from the legendary Steve Smith, also known as Red Green. And if the women don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy. Keep your stick on the ice.
And hey, Castle Von Park, knock it off.